going? Okay. So here we are, and we're going to make one of my favorites, summertime feeding for for a casual afternoon or an early kind of brunchy lunch thing. And I call it an ocean salad. And the reason I call it that is because I've got a combination of seafoods here. As you can see, I've got some jumbo shrimp, some Dungeness crab, and some small salad shrimps. And so the ingredients that go together for this is very, very simple, easy to make. The prep time is minimum. You could prep it up ahead the day before, and when you go to put it together, it just takes a few minutes to put your ingredients together. And so what I've got here is I've got a bowl that I've lined with lettuce leaves, and it's going to make for a very nice presentation. So I'm going to take my prepared lettuce here and I'm going to add it to the bowl. And you want to put enough in there so it's raised up and you have enough room to work, because I'm going to put the seafood in here kind of in sections just to add to the eye appeal. And okay, so now I'm going to add my seafood. And I cooked this earlier. Simple to cook. I don't know if you've ever boiled your own shrimp or not, but the Dungeness crab now, usually what I do is I'll go to the grocery or I'll get it from our seafood distributor, and I'll get pre-cooked Dungeness crab. And I prefer the Dungeness crab or some nice king crab. The king crab is rather expensive. So the Dungeness crab, I just buy the little cluster, and then I'll just break it out and take all the meat out of the shell, trying to be careful to leave the big leg pieces intact, because I'm going to use that for decoration on top of the salad as well. And the components of the salad are, once again, are going to be the seafood, and then I've got some cucumbers and some tomato and some deviled eggs that I made earlier, a little lemon, a little quick vinaigrette dressing, which I'll explain how to throw together, and a few capers. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together real quick. The seafood, again, if you're going to boil your shrimp, you bring your water to a boil with a little salt in it and some seasoning, whatever you really like as far as flavors. I have a tendency to like mine just on the spicy side, so I'll add a little bit of hot sauce to the water before it comes to a boil, and a little bit of lemon juice, and it doesn't take much. So I'll peel my shrimp, and then I'll split the backs a little bit and pull the vein out. And bring the water to a boil, put your shrimp in, and let it cook for maybe 15-20 seconds. Turn the water off and let them sit for a few more seconds, and take them out because it's ready. They don't take long to cook, and you don't want to overcook them because they'll get just a little bit rubbery. And the smaller shrimp, the same process. Put them in the water, and when they start changing color, and you can see the difference from a translucent looking raw meat to where they're nice and pink and firmed up a little bit. And just drain them real quick and let them cool off. So here we go. I'm going to put the jumbo shrimp in here first. And I like to fan them out so you have nice coverage in the bowl. So I'll put about 3 of these rascals in there because they're nice size. And then next I'm going to take some of this body meat and put it under the leg meat. And so we'll put a little bit in there. And I think that usually 3 jumbo shrimp, probably 2.5 ounces of crab meat, and then again on the baby shrimp. So that should be enough. That gives you plenty of food for one person to eat in one meal. So we put our crab in there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the baby shrimp in there. Okay, and so that's how it's looking with just the seafood. Now I'm going to start adding the color and build the salad. So you see where I've got it kind of separated off into 3 spaces. And I'm going to take a couple of cucumber slices, and I like to score them because it kind of gives them a nice look. It makes them look a little more than just sliced. And so put them in there and kind of where they're separated. So I'm going to have three areas here with seafood and with the garnish. And you'll see once I add the tomatoes, it really starts looking like a real salad. Everything's separated. You got lots of color in there. So on the tomatoes, I cut them in wedges, but I like to put the pointed wedge to the center of the bowl. It kind of gives it a little better definition. Kind of framing it in as you go. So. Now you can see where we're getting some nice color in there now, and actually looking pretty good. I haven't had lunch yet. This is looking really tasty. Now I'm going to put a few lemon wedges in there because I really like lemon on my seafood, fresh lemon. And again, I'm going to put 3 in there. I like to keep it balanced. And so I like to just put it in there, and you have your color separations, you have all the components of the salad that really, you need the lemon for your seafood. You've got lettuce, and then you've got your garnish, and I'm going to top it with a deviled egg, which I just made. And on that deviled egg, I put a little olive in there, and I wrapped it with anchovy. Now, everybody doesn't like anchovy, but I think it's a good combination with this particular dish. Now, to finish it off, I'm going to put just a few of these capers in there. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with capers or not, but it's a marinated flower bud. And it has kind of a strong taste. They're very salty, so you really want to be careful how many you put in there, because you're going to really build the salt value of the salad. All of us can't have a lot of salt, myself included. So anyway, there you go. There's your ocean salad, and it looks scrumptious. And then I've made a little vinaigrette dressing here. And so I start with a little bit of oil and a little bit of vinegar. Usually I like to use a little red wine vinegar. And I'll put, well, if I make a small batch, I may use a quarter cup of red wine vinegar and a cup of olive oil, and just kind of blend them together really, really good. And then I'll put just a teaspoon of mayonnaise in there, just to kind of give it some body. And then you can put herbs in there if you like. I like to put a little chopped up garlic in my dressing, and that kind of rounds it out. So it's just a light vinaigrette to go with my ocean salad. So there you go. Enjoy.